Hi everyone, this is the chairman of Melancholy. Recently, I had a dispute with one of my members over whether to call it Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year. What started as a disagreement escalated far beyond what it should have. It sparked a conflict with our Vietnamese members, and the fallout has been devastating for our guild. Because of this, one of our vice chairmen and two of our oldest members have left the server and guild. After they left, the vice chairman and I had a really bad fight. In the end, we decided to clear our debts and end our friendship. Losing people who helped build this guild over a conflict was my wake-up call, and I want to address the root of this issue so it never happens again. Chinese New Year is a term that honors the specific traditions and the immense cultural history of China. For many, it is the name that feels right, because it acknowledges the source of these celebrations. Additionally, the calendar used for these celebrations is the lunisolar calendar, which was developed in ancient China, dating back over 3,000 years to the Shang dynasty. Because China was the dominant cultural and political power in the region for centuries, this calendar spread to neighboring countries like Vietnam and Korea. On the other hand, Lunar New Year serves as an inclusive umbrella term. It acknowledges that this same calendar is shared by many different cultures, each with their own unique names for this festival. For example, you have Tet from Vietnam and Solal from Korea. Using lunar isn't about erasing Chinese culture, it's about making space for everyone who shares this season, especially our Vietnamese community members who celebrate Tet. I also want to address NetEase's role. As a Chinese company, some of their in-game events, skins, and lore should be designed around Chinese folklore, just like some other games. For example, Genshin Impact. In that context, it is entirely appropriate for them to use Chinese New Year for their own cultural creations. But as a global community of players, we have to be broader than that. This game brings us together from all corners of the globe. The dispute shouldn't be about which term is correct, because in their own context they both are. The issue arises when we use these terms as weapons to exclude or invalidate others. Losing leadership, friendship, and veteran members over this is a price the Melancholy should never have had to pay. It is a reminder that pride and being right are never worth more than the people standing next to you. Let this be the end of the argument. Respect whichever term a person chooses to use for their own celebration. We are here to compete against each other and support each other. Let's get back to focusing on what brings us together rather than what pulls us apart. Melancholy's Athena, out.